Our first guest, Brett Hamilton.
I'm also resistant to mold.
You are? Well, good to know. But do you kill bacteria?
Nah.
Resistant to mold, but doesn't
year.
kill bacteria. All right, so you open the presents, and do you have a new TV? And though the picture is gorgeous, the sound could be a whole lot better. Or did you redo a room for Christmas, and now you want the TV to be exceptional with sound? We turn to Brett, because he represents Bose, and he's going to give you a Soundbar. It's from the Solo Series 2 division. It's one that we cannot reorder. We have it on sale tonight for $160 instead of $200. Free shipping, by the way, and a $32 payment plan for better sound.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Are we still in
Happy
that
New
window?
Year.
I know
we
we
are
started
until
in July.
January 2nd. I'm
The
going
trees
to
are
keep saying
gone, so
happy
I wasn't
holidays.
sure if maybe now into
We're
Happy
just
New
turning
Year.
neutral green. We took the ornaments down, but we're neutral this week.
Whatever it is that you celebrate, be nice to each other. That's all that matters.
There you go.
Okay. The story on a soundbar, because I get this question a lot. If I bought this really expensive TV, why do I need to buy another piece of equipment? And the bottom line is TVs are thinner and prettier than ever, and they look great on the wall. It's like a piece of glass. But then all of a sudden you go, well, where are they sticking the sound system, Amy? It's just, there's no place for it.
Yeah.
And that's where the soundbar comes in. So what I'm going to do for you before I explain more of this is give you like a little A/B demo, a little taste test. We're going to listen to the TV first. And I want you to hear what the TV sounds like. And then I want you to hear what Bose does for the sound system. So let me shut up for a second and let you hear the TV. Not bad. All right, let me go back to the TV for a second.
Okay.
When I toggle back and forth, I don't want you to listen for volume. I want you to listen for the details, because we don't hear anything here. Something's going on, but what is it? This. The car's there, the car's not there. All right, so let's take it to the top. I'm going to turn the TV up even louder so that you know we're kind of giving it a fair shake here. These are the TV speakers. Here's Bose.
I mean, if you want, you can hear it or you can feel it. And it's the movie theater difference, right?
Yeah,
it's
it
why
really
I
is.
probably cried at Wicked 4 or 5 times, because I was feeling the movie, not just hearing the movie. And think it's that time of year where it might be dangerous to leave the house because of icy roads and snow, so we stay home and binge watch a series or watch a movie. If you are passionate about football, wouldn't you want to hear everything that happens? Well, the Bose and the Soundbar is going to help you do that. And with free shipping and a small $32 payment, if you got the new TV for the holiday season or started to redo the room for the holiday season and the sound isn't where you want it, Brett, this is how we get it to the next level.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be a new TV. The other question I get quite a bit is, will it work on my TV? And the answer is yes. And for everybody at home, they're like, well, you don't even know what type of TV I have. You don't know when it was made. You don't know who makes it. It doesn't matter, because this cable is the only thing that you have to plug into the back of your TV other than the Soundbar's power source, which is just like any other appliance. It could be like a blender or a hairdryer or whatever. These are called, this is called an optical cable. It's a light that projects the sound from the Soundbar to the television, which means it will work on any TV as long as it's not a tube TV. So if it's a TV from 1985, no, the answer is this won't work. But any flat screen TV, no matter who makes it, no matter what sound, you plug it into the back of the TV, you turn down the volume on your television, and then as you're going to see right here, not only is it for your TV, but you can Bluetooth your device, meaning a phone, I guess they are a telephone, a phone, a tablet, a computer, to send music to this device. And the remote control is very, very simple. It's got a volume up, a volume down, the Bluetooth, and then also the Soundbar option. But I don't want anybody to get freaked out thinking, okay, well, he's mentioning a lot of stuff that just plug it in. Just plug it in, turn down the volume on your TV, and then use the remote that comes with the Bose device to turn up the volume so that now you can listen to pretty much anything you want. And the cool part about this, Amy, is that it's meant not only to be a soundbar, but it can also play music for you, which means if you have music on your phone, if you have music on your TV, or not your TV, on your tablet, whatever it might be, all of that sound can now be shared onto the television itself, which is pretty cool, because for those of you that go, well, I don't watch a ton of TV, But when I do, I can't understand anything because it all sounds like this. So the natural reaction is just to turn the volume up on the TV.
And then it's just lower this.
It's just, and I'm not trying to be funny. It really is. You're just turning up the noise. Well, so it would be cool if you could also use this not only for whatever it is that you're listening to on your television, but also be able to listen to whatever it is that's on, I don't know, your phone, your tablet, your computer. I'm playing music from the phone right now.
It sounds so good. Why am I dancing? Because it sounds good. You really, really hear it.
Well, hear it. Yeah, a little. This almost sounds like a little U2, like that little flange guitar. Let's see if I can find something poppy here. There's also a bass boost, which I can give you.
Okay, what's the bass boost do? Oh!
Now, not only do you have a soundbar for your TV to make it sound better, but you have a Bose music system built into the same device.
Well, and this is, again, for a $32 payment,
Yeah.
easy setup, free shipping, a $40 discount. You've got all winter to be home and enjoy music, enjoy a series, watch a show. Maybe it's even the evening news. You love to turn it on, but you're cooking and watching the TV from rooms that are connected. If you've got the Bose, it's not just about turning it up louder, it's truly hearing it. You might find that you don't have to hit the remote volume up button as often as you used to because it's clear and distinct. And you'll have it for life. So think about it. You know, if your TV is planning to be in that room for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, well, same with the Bose soundbar, you're gonna have it for life.
Yeah, and in many cases, I always use this kind of comparison of disposable electronics. When you buy a phone, if you buy a computer, if you buy a tablet, you know that it has a lifespan of, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. The operating system will be out of date. You run out of space, whatever it might be. That's not true with Bose. This soundbar, in theory, could outlast the television you're going to plug it into. But the cool part is, Amy, that it'll work with the next TV that you plug it into, even if it's a big old 80-inch TV.
Yeah.
I always like to show it on a smaller screen because, first of all, the TV's not the rock star here, it's the soundbar. But to show you that it'll work not only on any size TV, but typically the smaller the TV, the tougher it is to hear because there physically is no place to put speakers. The speakers on this television are located on the bottom, which is really weird, which means it's firing sound into the table. How are you supposed to hear it? How are you supposed to understand it? And you're not alone. For those of you at home going, I thought my hearing was going because every time I watch TV now I have to turn on the closed captioning or I need to turn it up louder. No, it's not you, it's the television. And that's not a knock on the TV companies. There just isn't any way to make the sound good in something so thin and small.
You know, it always hits me. Have you ever gone to somebody?
Like that?
It always
Sorry.
hits me. Have you ever been to somebody's house, maybe even as early as this week, they invited you over for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and like they just have a really nice house.
Yeah.
Not only is it clean and tidy, but they have the Bose soundbar.
Yeah.
And it was enjoyable that night to watch Rudolph, or it was enjoyable that day to watch a football game.
Yeah.
We watch football. No, don't hate me. Not a huge football fan, but my sister hosted Christmas and we were back home at Maryland, so of course the Ravens game was on.
Oh, yeah.
And it was enjoyable because they actually do have a Bose soundbar there. And so if you've gone somewhere lately and you're like, I want that in my house, here you go. Free shipping and a $32 payment.
Without spending a fortune. And by the way, I'm with you on the Ravens thing. My dad and stepmom came up from Maryland for
We're
Christmas.
Maryland people.
Yeah. And because the games were on Netflix, I was able to put a little tiny TV where we were having dinner so my dad could still watch the Ravens game. And,
I honestly don't even know who won. Sorry, my
the
Maryland
Ravens
friends.
won. But whether you watch football, whether you watch a sitcom, whether you're watching dramas on network, or whether you're watching streaming stuff on Netflix, Hulu, whatever it might be, or you just want to listen to your favorite music, to not have to spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on a soundbar is a nice little way to just kind of make this all a much more, not just pleasurable experience, but we now have the ability to turn our house into a movie theater.
Yep.
Which we couldn't do years ago. It cost a lot of money in the past.
You had to like go to a store and pick out the speakers and make an appointment.
There was 3 in the front and 2 in the back and 1 on the floor, and it was a fortune to be able to get the sound to kind of match the TV picture. Picture looks great now, sound not so great. This is a very, very easy way to make that happen.
You know, Brett, could you go over setup with me again?
Yeah.
Because let's say I'm in my 60s, 70s, 80s.
Sure.
The kids are out of the house now. We used to rely on the son to help us hook everything up. Can we handle this ourselves? Or if I'm a single woman at home, can I do this myself?
You can, and for those of you at home going, I'm going to have to call my son or my son-in-law or whatever, you don't have to, because honest to God, this is it.
And you get the cable, correct?
You get both cables. I'm not going to show you the power cord because it's a power cord and it's ugly and it just plugs into the back of the speaker and it plugs into the wall. This is what connects the soundbar to the television. There is no way to mess this up. And when I say there's no way to mess this up, this will only fit in one spot on the back of your TV. It will only fit in one spot in the back of your speaker. Once you do that, the only thing you might have to do is go into the settings on your TV and just turn off the internal speakers. You'd go under sound, you'll see TV speaker, you'll see optical. Most TVs, though, are smart enough to go, hey, I've got something new plugged in, and it just mutes the TV speakers. And if it doesn't, take the TV remote control, turn the volume down on the TV, and then use this. Oh, before we run out of time, speaking of, I always forget this. You get the remote.
Yep.
I want to show you guys something really neat. Back to I can't understand what the guys are saying during the game or during the movie or whatever it might be. That little thought bubble right there, lower right-hand corner, is a dialogue enhancement button. What it does is it brings the dialogue, it brings the actors, it brings the announcers to the foreground, and it suppresses all the explosions and the helicopters and all that other stuff so that you can hear what they're saying without having to turn up the volume.
Well, don't forget, this one, final order, we can't get more back in stock.
Yeah, they're not making it anymore.
Well, what should have been $200 is nowhere near that price tonight. You're paying $160 instead. And if you're just catching up from gifting everybody that you know in December, don't forget we've got that payment plan. $32 tonight brings us home in just a few days, and that is with free shipping and handling. You do your payment once per month, but you've got the better football game, the better movies, the better TV series, the better music, and everybody wants to be at your house, including you. Brett Hamilton, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy everything.
Yeah, happy everything.
Okay. All right, let me walk over to my next item. I've got all kinds of things set up, so I'm wondering where I'm going, but my kind guest knew where I was going, so thank you. All right, it's time to talk Peria, and it's time to talk Peria in a very different way than what you saw a few days ago.